Hi everyone, Happy New Year. It's Farhandala, angel therapist and spiritual personal trainer. And it's time to say goodbye to 2015 and hello to 2016. And so the angels prompted me to kind of start off with today by doing a meditation to help release some of the old and help you with receiving some of the new. So we're going to do some deep inner work to help release some limiting beliefs and create some new ones that will better help serve you in 2016. So let's begin now by just taking a few deep breaths, and we're going to invoke all our angels, any ascended masters that you believe in, whether it's Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha. Call on them all if you like. God, source, energy, divine light beings from the highest dimensions. I call upon all of you, those that do God's healing work. We call upon all of you right now. And I want you to bring your attention to the base of your spine where your root chakra is, or your base chakra. Pardon me. And we're just going to send some light and love to that region of your body to help you along with feeling grounded, especially at this time of year. I'm sure many of you are running from party to party and getting things organized. So let's just begin by helping you stay grounded, feeling connected to the earth, and knowing that all your needs are being provided for. Okay, so the angels say that some of you have this scarcity idea of there's just not enough. So let's let go of that. We'll call on Archangel Michael to cleanse, clear, delete, transmute all limiting beliefs about not having enough, whether it's not enough money, not feeling enough, and also most importantly, not having enough time. Okay, many of you affirm and recreate using the words, there's just not enough time, or I don't have enough time. And let's ask Archangel Metatron, the angel, to help us get organized, to allow us to feel like there is more time to get all the things that we need to get done, or perhaps help us prioritize what's important in our lives at this time. And focusing on what's important. So let's ask Archangel Michael to infuse the words, I always have enough. I always have enough into the DNA of every cell of your body, so it is now an expression of every aspect of your being, mind, body, and spirit, and in all directions of time. Okay? And having enough means everything, meaning you have enough money, that you are enough, and that you most importantly have enough time. Okay? And now we're going to move on to your heart center, to your heart chakra. We're going to focus on a little bit more on self-love here. So all thoughts or limiting beliefs of feeling not worthy, not feeling lovable, we're going to ask Archangel Michael to cleanse, clear, delete, and transmute all of that into the light of God and replace it with divine love in all directions of time. Okay, so the angels say this is the year to really focus on self-care, as any year is, but now's the time to make yourself a priority and create balance in your heart center. And by balance, we mean what you give is in balance with what you receive. So be willing to receive. If somebody says, can I pay for your coffee? Please say yes. Okay. If you get uncomfortable, and that's a sign or an indication that you're having difficulty with receiving. And if you can't receive a cup of coffee from a friend, well, how are you going to manifest or ask and receive all the other things that you want? So let's get you comfortable with receiving. So let's see what the angels are saying about this. Okay. So your new word for 2016 is yes. And we're going to do some molecular restructuring on this. So let's call on Archangel Michael to infuse the words, I am loving, I am lovable, and I am worthy of love. Okay, because our willingness to receive is a reflection of our own sense of self-worth. Okay, and the world can only match the vibration that you're offering. So if you're upset or disappointed in the way a relationship is going, you feel like someone's not treating you, well, they're only being a mirror in your life, and they're only reflecting that back in which you are vibrating. So let's raise your internal molecular structure to match what is it that you really want. Otherwise, the discrepancy between what you want and you're willing to receive can create chaos in your life. You can see where this is all going. So, Archangel Michael, please infuse the words, I am loving, I am lovable, and I am worthy of love into the DNA of every cell of our body. So it is now an expression of every aspect of our being, mind, body, and spirit. Excellent. And staying with our heart center right now, we are going to now say the words, I am willing to receive. So please repeat after me. I am willing to receive, and I deserve it. I am willing to receive, and I deserve it. Let's get Michael's help with this new affirmation for 2016. Michael, please now infuse the words, I am willing to receive, and I deserve it, into the DNA of every cell in our body, so it is now an expression of every aspect of our being, mind, body, and spirit, and in all directions of time. Thanks, Michael. So this year is really about self-care, and in order to do that, you need to make yourself a priority. And so that means separating some relationships out of your life or laying the boundaries of what's acceptable and what's not. So it is important that we are able to express ourselves and our truth. So coming up to our throat center now, we're going to ask Archangel Michael to infuse the words, it is safe for me to speak my truth from a place of love. It is safe for me to express my truth from a place of love. Michael, please infuse these words into the DNA of every cell in our bodies so that it is now an expression of every aspect of our being, mind, body, and spirit, and in all directions of time. Excellent. So now to make this meditation complete, we're going to cut away all cords that are draining our energy and vitality associated with all the experiences and the limiting beliefs that we have created in our lifetimes, and that all ends here and now. So Michael, please sever and cut all cords, the negative ones, that are draining our energy and our vitality associated with all limiting beliefs that we have just cleared. And we'll allow the ends of these cords to heal into the divine light of God. And let's send love, compassion, and forgiveness to the sources of those cords. Send love, compassion, and forgiveness to the sources of those cords. And now let's stay in our heart center and think about all the things that we are grateful for. Let's come into this space of gratitude right now, because gratitude really shifts everything in our lives. Whether you're feeling grief, whether you're feeling guilt, or any sort of negative emotion, anger, you're upset with the way life is, whatever it may be, come into a place of gratitude right now. Go into your heart center and just in your mind or out loud, start to name at least 3 things that you're grateful for. And number 1, I can say I am grateful for the opportunity to do these videos for you each week. I'm absolutely grateful for my health. And I'm absolutely grateful for this time that I have with my mom recently. Those are 3 very important things to me right now. So those are 3 things that I'm grateful for. Think about those things, and let's everyone now together maintain this feeling of gratitude and let it create a field of potential. Okay? And so when you're in a place of gratitude, your heart is vibrating at a very, very high frequency, and the cardiac rhythm, okay, of the electromagnetic field becomes smoother and bigger. And also, whenever you're in a room full of people who may be at a lower frequency, everyone's heart rate will align and attune and attenuate to the one that is beating with the most smoothest and the biggest frequency. So you have the impact right now, the capacity to shift a world full of people. So focus on this state of gratitude right now, and let's create this field of potential and send it to everyone in our living space, in our workspace. Let's send it to all our friends and extended family. And let's send it now to everyone in the world. Okay, let this field of potential, of this heart space of gratitude, let's send it to everyone in the world. That feels so good. Wow, I can feel that shifting in my own body, so I can only imagine what impact it's having on everyone around us and beyond, well, the people that we can see, including our online community as well. Thank you. And so it is. So let's begin this week's card reading. So, on the topic of manifestation, card number 1, pay very close attention to the moon cycles. Okay, we are manifesting at a far faster rate. Things are accelerating. And the lunar cycle is a form of energy that we can tap into when we want to help manifest. And so on a new moon, that's a good time to write down your wishes for that particular lunar cycle, whether it's short-term goals or long-term goals, things that you want to cultivate and embody in your life. Pay attention to the full moon cycle, as that is the end of a lunar cycle, and that is when most goals will be cultivated or perhaps still a work in progress. However, this is probably the time to also release and let go what may be limiting you from reaching those goals. So the full moon, if you're feeling agitated or if you're having sleep disturbance, is usually an indication to highlight an area of your life that needs attention, that you need to work on, that perhaps is inhibiting you from progressing in some way. So pay attention to the lunar cycles, pay attention to your body and the way it feels, the way it is on a new moon versus a full moon. I, for one, absolutely know when there is a full moon, and I can usually tell what's coming up for me. So that's all great. So pay attention to that and use that form of energy that God and the universe has provided us to help you with whatever it is that you wish to manifest, okay? Card number 2, I love this card. So the Ascended Masters are absolutely here with you. Whoever it is that you work with, whether it's Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Moses, or all of the above, know that there is a teacher for everyone. And they are all here accessible to you. So I try to work with all of them. But whatever resonates with you, this card is also validating that your prayers are being heard by the Ascended Masters that you are working with or you are reaching for. So I love how this card came into play and coincides with today's meditation. Okay? And finally, but last but not least, the relationship card, which absolutely ties in everything that we talked about and we did the meditation on. This is the time to really, if you want to improve your life, if you want to stay committed to your resolutions, then it's about working on your relationship with yourself, okay? And then bringing back again the idea of boundaries. So you decide what's acceptable and what's not. So I do this exercise where I say quite clearly to the universe, these are my boundaries. The people that are allowed into my life are the ones that lift me up, that support me, that want me to see and become the best that I can be for myself, who support my ideas whether they agree with them or not, and love me exactly for who I am. And that's it. And that's what's acceptable and what's not for me. So you decide what works for you, okay? And sometimes we have to learn to love people from a distance, and sometimes we have to embrace everyone as they are. And if we're willing to accept the relationship in our lives, then we need to be fully aware that our number one priority is ourselves, okay? And so this is about energy management and focusing on those people in our lives that really add to our energy, okay? We're going to have conflicts. That's not to say that we're not going to have bumps in our relationships, but if the overall frequency feels like this relationship is serving you and it is bettering your life and adding to you and it is mutual, then by all means honor and respect it, but also honor and respect yourself by recognizing what is most important to you and what is adding to your life versus taking away. So that's a great segue to start off 2016, okay? Working on yourself and building your relationship towards yourself. I have a great angel coaching program this month that's 4 weeks. If you wish to get additional guidance on a weekly basis with me for 4 weeks in January to get you off on a great start, setting your goals, getting clear about them, and putting an action plan, then definitely contact me and we can put all of that together. In the meantime, whatever you're doing this evening, know that I'll be thinking about you and wishing you all a very happy new year. Till I see you again in 2016, all my love. Farhandala. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.